feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
ArchRivals Football, in collaboration with the Playmakers blog, presents Bearing Down the Gridiron, sponsored by NFLShop.com, Fanatics, and Points.com. Here are your hosts for the show, Alex, the Bearman Kazzaz, and Darnell, the Playmaker Sallins. Executively produced by Ricky, aka the Master of Mayhem, Litwinkowich. Kickoff starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bearing Down the Gridiron. As we do our first show of the month of October, that means it is non-conference schedule is done. It's conference time, and late as we go on the show, we're gonna find out if Bearman gave up on one of his conference champions already. But that's for later on in the show. Speaking of the Bearman, down there in the good old state of Texas, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, brother.
And as you see, a third member's on that screen right there, because that man there is the Prez, the Master of Mayhem.
And Darnell, I gotta tell it quick. When I go to church and I feel very good and feel full of faith, I got you to thank for that, because this is all under your advice, buddy. So I thank you so much.
Well, actually, on the main screen, I'm not on the main screen. I'm only going to appear once tonight.
Well, he's going to appear in your screen right now, because while I shout the show, I'm going to have him do what he needs to do.
Alrighty. The show is brought to you by BetStamp. BetStamp is your new home for the collection of all of your betting lines for the NCAA season. Why, you may ask? Is it always such a pain in the ass that you gotta switch through different sporting apps to find the best deals? Well, BetStamp is the app for you. BetStamp is the kayak of sports betting. They take all of the best bets throughout. As you can see on the screen, there are spots from WynnBET, BetRivers, FanDuel, Caesars, BetMGM, so on and so forth. They give you the best winning percentages, the top money lines, the top odds, and the top under-overs from all of the sports betting apps known to man. Use promo code ArchRivals. Sign up for BetStamp to make your betting a lot more safer and a lot easier to make some money to put in your pocket.
Working out for you so far, Mr. Press.
Working out well. It is working out well. And I could say that a lot of people were very kind of like sketched on doing it because they're already on betting apps and they think it's just another betting app. This app, again, collects all of the betting apps and gives you all of those best options. So that's why we have BetStamp on the gear. Are you guys ready for the Gridiron Roundup? Well,
Oh, we skipping the 2-minute drill today?
no, we could do 2-minute drill. Let me see. Do I have it set up there? Yeah, there we go.
Got to do the 2-minute drill.
You've burned up a minute. You got about 2 minutes left.
All right, 2-minute drill. Without Kansas, it's the point of no return because Kansas is no longer in the bottom 10, Bearman.
They are not. As a matter of fact, speaking of that, look at that. Texas OU prepare for a meeting where both teams are unranked. Well, that's very rare.
Wait till we get to that. Clemson, Davis the second green suit over 2021 collision. Oof.
Well, messing around while driving, it has consequences, but that brings us to West Virginia running back Donaldson to miss the game against Baylor from an injury he sustained in West Virginia's 38-20 loss against UT.
Ohio State, Henderson expects back for a Michigan State game. That does not bode well for the Spartans, and it wasn't going to bode well for them anyway.
Well, Clemson defensive tackle is to miss his second straight game.
Whoop is happy at KU as Wisconsin rumors were as Paul Christie was fired over the week.
Yeah, and apparently he actually received an $11 million buyout from the University of Wisconsin.
What is going on here? That man gave you nothing but winning seasons, and you're gonna let him go. Well, I guess it's time for a new voice because kind of like a Brian Kelly situation, but they had an agreement to leave instead of Brian Kelly, who just opted to leave. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going on right now, the SMU and UCF game has kicked off. If y'all recall, game was moved to Wednesday due to the Hurricane M, and our thoughts and prayers are those down there in Central Florida, down to Temple, as Hurricane has done some damage down there, major damage. So our thoughts and prayers are with you guys. And that is the 2-minute drill.
You've burned up a minute. You got about 2 minutes left.
All right, wrong screen. Oh, shit. Hold on. Damn screens. All right.
Now, before we continue on, the Master of Mayhem did have some concerns about this 2-minute drill. We have done this for like 4 weeks now, Bearman. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working out.
So you better acknowledge us, Prez.
It's working out so far. The ticker is a viable piece now.
Steve Wallman's in the chat. How you doing? I heard you missed me yesterday.
Oh, he was ripping into you.
I heard I was missed. It feels good to be missed.
Yeah, I informed Steven, if you want Darnell's thoughts, just tune into Ramley Talk.
Oh, by the way, I ain't telling him to put money on the damn Rams.
Well, we all got it wrong.
That because I did an emotional pick. In my head, knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, well, this Sunday,
you can do all your trash talking on Saturday when I'm not here.
Trash talking. Right. What do you take me for, Playmaker? You take my alter ego for a trash talker or me?
Both.
Oh, well, the other one just really doesn't seem to give a damn. But anyway, as Ricky says, that's besides the point.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Gridiron Roundup.
The Gridiron Roundup.
And kicking off our Gridiron Roundup is that team that is surprisingly undefeated. Kansas goes to 5-0 by the final score of 14-11, Bear Man.
This is definitely a game. If we made Ricky watch this game, Ricky would go absolutely insane.
No, Ricky likes defensive games.
Sometimes.
No, he doesn't like, but he doesn't like college football.
I don't think he completely understands college football.
Wow.
Listen, after watching that Detroit-Seattle game this weekend, I know what college football is all about.
it took an NFL game to get you there.
They scored 90-plus points. It happens in college football all the time.
Exactly. And speaking of teams dropping points, woo, Alabama. Good gracious. They went to Fayetteville, Arkansas, and just put it on the Razorbacks. Despite losing Bryce Young. And they still put it on the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Well, they got angry. But speaking of Mr. Bryce Young, do we have a diagnosis, or do we have a full update?
AC joint sprain, day to day. You know how Nick Saban is. He's just like Bill Belichick, so you ain't gonna get much from him.
I guess we're lucky to get anything at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian Kelly survived his first rivalry game, the Battle of the Tigers. He walks into Auburn, being down 17-0, and drops 21 unanswered to win 21-17. See, games like this is games like this where Bear Man comes out because you can't have a 17-point lead in college and lose it, especially at home.
Another visit between the Tigers. Everybody was talking about it too. But it's got to be embarrassing because LSU's quarterback was 8 for 20 for only 80 yards. I mean, okay, well, here's the embarrassing part. Auburn has 438 total yards, but LSU only 470.
Game of the week last week. Speaking of Tigers. The number 5 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, at night at Death Valley. The original Death Valley Bear Man. I did some research. Clemson's the original Death Valley. LSU adopted it when they beat them back in the day. I think it was like 1958, something like that. That's when LSU adopted it in Death Valley. But Clemson's the original Death Valley. And at the original Death Valley, number 10, NC State walked in there. And they just couldn't hang with the Tigers of Clemson.
Well, we talked about this because the Tigers were in a must-win situation.
Good game, but the Tigers prevailed. Next. Ooh. The battle of teams who can handle prosperity. We had Texas Tech coming up with a big win over their arch rival in Texas. And then we had K-State coming off a trip to Norman, Oklahoma, and knocking out the Oklahoma Sooners. Which team was going to handle prosperity? And it was the Wildcats of Kansas State, 37-28.
And I called it, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Kansas beats Oklahoma on the road, and then they go home against Texas Tech. I mean, it was pretty obvious that Kansas State was going to get the job done. And I guess Texas Tech losing, they just proved, like, once again, how overrated the Texas Longhorns are.
Hey, my brother's watching. What's up, bro?
Ronnie.
Now, something we both seen
Brother
coming.
Ronnie.
Utah hosting Oregon State. Yeah, we saw this coming. We saw this coming.
Yeah, and something about Utah, we'll definitely get into that in a little bit, but...
Oh, my gosh. How about this one? Number 7, Oklahoma State.
Well, there was a gutsy pick that I made. Oklahoma State at Baylor.
Took the trip to Waco, Texas to face off against 16th-ranked Baylor Bears. And it was a rematch of the Big 12 championship when it was 1 yard that separated Baylor and Oklahoma State. This game around, Oklahoma State left no doubt in this one.
Oklahoma State just prove how good they are.
Yeah.
Friend of mine who's an Oklahoma State alumni. I'm pretty sure he's super excited until Oklahoma State faces OU, but that won't be until later this year. It'll come.
I gotta ask the press a question. What would you define being cruel as a sports analyst? What would define being cruel as a sports analyst?
Being cool?
Cruel.
Oh,
Just
cruel.
being outright. Yeah.
Would that just so happen to be the last game that's on the screen? For someone that knows jack about college football, made the pick of the century last week, in which you agreed as your surprise pick from last week's Bearing Down the Gridiron? Is that cruel?
He's learning from the Playmaker. And, you know, the fact that I'm a Florida Gator fan, you knew which way I was going to lean. And 31 Wake Forest, 21 Florida State at Doak Campbell Stadium. I'm just saying.
I'm pretty sure that's what I picked. That's probably one of the picks I got wrong.
I'm just saying, Bear Man. I mean, did I not come on here and say that, yeah, y'all can enjoy y'all little undefeated season, but it ends here? Didn't I say that?
Yeah, you did say that. On multiple occasions, as a matter of fact.
Listen, we also knew that the Florida State Seminoles were not a proven team coming into this season. And there were a lot of naysayers that said Wake Forest will be the Ditmas test for this. And they got dismissed by the Demon Deacons.
I was number one on that list because I told y'all. But Florida State, hold on. I'm not done with y'all. I'll get back to y'all later on.
He's on I told you so rant right now.
Oh, you have no
Except you wouldn't say I hate to say I told you so because you love
No. I'm not done with Florida State yet. I'll get back to them later. Let's go on to the next screen here.
He's not done with Florida State. We've been warned. We've been warned, ladies and gentlemen. We've been warned.
Ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. Press. Today I am here to acknowledge that a man picked a team to win the Pac-12. And as they stands right now, that team that he picked is currently undefeated. The UCLA Bruins, led by Chip Kelly, took down Washington Huskies 40-32. Bearman, I acknowledge you. The Bruins are looking good.
Well, finally. Well, it's interesting, because the UCLA we'll get to the pick sixes, but I want to fire up UCLA as much as I can. But believe it or not, I was actually in a place where a friend of mine, his band, was playing, and they happened to be showing the game. So when they were done, I stayed behind to finish the game. But yeah, now they beat Washington. Who knows?
You feel good about yourself, don't you?
Well, I mean, I can't say I feel good about myself because the prediction hasn't come true yet. But at least I can say, but at least people can't say that I'm a complete idiot for thinking about UCLA because now UCLA is bringing up something. Maybe they'll say, okay, so he made a gutsy pick.
Well, you might as well keep on you might as well keep on praising you because go to the next game. Good gracious.
Well, I'll admit I did watch. I did have a smile on my face. TCU is, of course, I live north of Fort Worth, so TCU is basically my backyard. Although North Texas is my alma mater, which is up the road. TCU is down the road, but my alma mater is up the road. Yeah, that felt good. It felt really good. But seeing that story with that player getting hit, well, either way, it was game over, right?
They smacked Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Well, Oklahoma, they smacked the team that got beaten by Kansas State. But now we're okay. Going into the season, there was all that talk that OU had no quarterback. So now that seems to be the now it's more clear than ever, right?
I'm just saying they smacked Oklahoma.
But it's not just the quarterback position. This Oklahoma team,
They just put up 55 like it was easy. This is easy. I never.
Well,
I know Ricky doesn't
TCU does
understand
shock
college,
the world every now and then. TCU will shock the world every now and then.
but I have never seen 55-point being scored so easily against Oklahoma. That's the easiest 55 I have ever seen in my life.
Well, if my buddy John Long's watching, John is a diehard TCU fan. Here I am talking about a smile on my face. I mean, John must have been overjoyed.
Iowa fans, at least your team know how to score more than 7 points. I'll give you that.
Well, they lost by 13 points. It's not so bad.
But damn it, y'all want you score more than 7. I give you that, and that's about it.
I forgot about that.
That's about it. You score more than 7. That's all I got to say. And the game that I wanted to make game of the week, but I couldn't do it because he had NC State and Clemson. But Kentucky, undefeated, went to Oxford, Mississippi to go against undefeated Ole Miss. Oh, them Wildcats, the heartbreaker. Wildcat Nation's heartbroken, Bell, man. They are heartbroken.
Sometimes they would say you don't rebel against the rebels.
They are heartbroken. That was their game. And they lost
22-19.
It was their game.
Game.
They had 3 opportunities of scoring, and they turned it over all 3 times.
You must be happy. I mean, Florida and Kentucky, I mean, I'm sure that's something you don't want to talk about. That's maybe another story for another time, but you ought to be happy.
Man, we'll see. All right. Who picks up first? Mine.
Well, okay, he's really? Perfect.
No. Hey, Prez, this somebody said I wasn't gonna go perfect like some weeks back, and ever since then I just been perfect. I mean, you can't say I ain't picked no hard games.
I've been acknowledging you on all of the picks for the weeks, and you finally had it in you to acknowledge me.
Man, I didn't expect UCLA to be 5-0 at this point. I thought they had lost by 2 games already. But hey, woohoo!
It's been a bad year for picks.
6-0 for a 3rd consecutive week. Where's Alice Pick say? How did Alice do? 500, Alex. Not bad. 500. Oh, Lord. Texas A&M. Good gracious.
3 weeks in a row that he is perfect.
Damn. I forget. Damn, you did pick Texas A&M. Good gracious.
Yeah, I did.
Jimbo is not helping you out right now. Easy. Good old Jimbo.
Yeah, the football team right now looks distraught.
Good gracious. Oh, can you beat Kentucky? Damn, that hurt. That's that hurt. And you had Kentucky. They owe you some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Probably, yeah.
I can't think of nothing with Kentucky, but that. Hey, it's a rare moment that I have a bad one. Okay, most of the time I'm known for it. It's a bad one. All right, well, we stand there as record wise. Is that a 5-game lead for me? Yep. 25-5. Bearman's 20-10. You 10 games over 500, Bearman. You shouldn't feel too bad. You 10 games over 500.
I mean, I fulfilled my personal prophecy for this year. I beat you in fantasy football, so I'm at peace.
That's a damn shame. Yo personal prophecy is beating me in fantasy.
Because the last 2 years you beat me, and Lord knows how unbearable you were about it.
Me? I'm not the reigning champion. That would be that guy. That's hiding in the background.
Yeah, because you're talking to Alex. The alter ego, he's he's laughing right now. He's in a good mood. Yeah, it's no wonder you want to be in it this year because Ricky, I'd be coming after you, buddy.
Man, Ricky pulled a Peyton Manning. I won the Super Bowl. I'm gone.
Listen, I had my mic off, so I have to redo the unbearable comment. And again, nobody's coming after me, okay? I retired in peace. I'm good to go. I walk around with my head held high.
No, I'm pretty sure I can cut a promo. I can get in the ring. I'm sure I can pull you out of retirement, buddy. You just wait.
Nah.
That man said,
You just wait, Mr. Playmaker.
I'm 1-3, okay? I'm at the bottom right now.
Yeah, I had a bad week, okay? Now my team's falling apart. I mean, who cares?
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to preview the week ahead.
Pain Train, Pipe Bomb Productions, and the Playmakers blog are now both partnered with Fanatics. Fanatics is now your new home for all fan merchandise. From the MLB, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, MLS, NASCAR, WWE, international soccer leagues, and golf. Check out the links below for everyday deals on Fanatics.com. The Campus Tour.
All right, now before we get into our campus tour, if you would like to make some donations to help what we got going on here, you can donate us to the PayPal. What is the PayPal, Chris?
That would be PBR NYC.
PBR NYC. So if you'd like to donate, feel free to donate. All right, Bearman Campus Tour.
Woohoo!
Kicking it off, number 4, Michigan, on the road again. They are at Indiana, 12 p.m.
You know why I did not put this in my pick 6, Darnell? Because that's what you told me about earlier this season about making the easy picks.
I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, well, you know what? At least I can prove that I have the guts to pick the more difficult games. So I know I'm on that. Michigan and Indiana. Okay. So Michigan is still at number 4.
Yeah. By the way, Alabama jumped Georgia for number 1. Georgia's 2. Ohio State still stays at 3. Michigan stays at 4. Clemson stayed at 5.
Yeah. Well, if Michigan does not win by a larger margin, well, this time they're not going to be able to avoid the ranking change. So they better get it done in a dominant fashion. Quite frankly, I think they will.
Indiana ain't no pushover. Indiana's not a pushover. If they win by 10, Michigan did their job. It's not matter of fact, where's my line? Do we have the lines up? I probably don't because I didn't prepare.
Which line did you want? I just had it up.
Michigan and Indiana.
Give me 1 second. I'll get oh, actually, you know what? I'll do it off my phone. Michigan, Indiana. That should be an interesting. Let me see here. I just get off the NFL, go to the NCAA because that's what we do.
ESPN Football Power Index says 91.9% Michigan.
Our lovely friends at BetStamp say 92% with a 22.5-point spread.
Good gracious.
Under over 59 points, by the way.
They must think Michigan's going to control the ball, run the ball, control the clock, and Indiana's not going to have a lot. But, SEC matchup. Top 25 matchup. Death Valley.
Well, those are one of my picks.
Number 8, the Volunteers of Tennessee taking on the Tigers of LSU. Ooh. Bearman.
Yeah, I know.
This game's gonna say a lot about whoever wins and loses this game.
Yeah, well, so I made the picks. Yeah, this is on one of my picks. So
Tennessee with a 57% winning percentage, a overall line of +3.
ESPN Power Index says 58.3% Tigers. That's interesting.
but I got Tennessee.
They have Tennessee winning, by the way.
The thing is, this game is at noon and not in prime time. This might be the only thing that gets Tennessee over. It's not in prime time. But we shall see. Next!
Mm-hmm.
It's the Red River Showdown. Dallas, Texas. The Texas Longhorns 3-2 on the year. Unranked. Taking on Oklahoma Sooners. 3-2 on the season. Unranked.
Both teams are unranked.
Go ahead, Bearman. Go ahead. This is funny. It's been a long time since both teams been unranked.
Yeah, I don't even remember the last time they weren't. Both teams were unranked. So Oklahoma comes in supposedly with a bad quarterback situation, but Longhorns come in with a questionable defense. I wonder which one wins. There's been no talk about Quinn Ewers, although he was supposedly being groomed to come back for this game, but I'm sure we would have gotten an update by now. But as I'm looking at it, well, Diego says that there's momentum about him returning against OU. Although 24/7 Sports says that he could play against OU, but now it's about the defense I'm worried about. But Texas is favored last time I checked. Can you confirm?
ESPN has a 68% Texas.
Our friends at BetStamp has 70 with a line of 7.
But who do they have favored?
Texas.
Texas.
Oh.
You know, the land of steers and queers.
Ouch.
Take that back.
Ouch.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean you could be a queer. You could be a steer.
Take it back.
I don't. It's my show. I could care less.
Ouch.
Yeah, well, your state of New York ain't really any better now, is it?
Well, I can't say that it's any better than frickin' California either. So.
Yeah, well, both states are shitty anyway. But Texas, if you're favored, you better get the damn job done. You don't want to get embarrassed anymore.
I miss Misi. I need Misi for this, man.
Misi ain't gonna help you on this one, because I can guarantee you she's tucking tail and running. She's tucking tail and running.
Oh, you Texas! Oh my goodness! This I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, for me, if Quinn Ewers is playing returns, then great. But again, it's the defense that's the problem.
12 p.m. ABC. I do. I wonder who's calling this game. It won't be Kirk Herbstreit. Let's go to the next game. Oh! Why is this game on my list? Oh, 17 ranked TCU is at 19 ranked Kansas. The game is set 12 p.m. FS1, and there's something else I forgot to mention. What? I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, college game that's gonna be in Lawrence, Kansas, Bearman.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Oh, we get to see some Pat McAfee for a change?
Yes.
Oh, love it.
Pat McAfee was on there last week.
Love it.
This their first time being in Kansas for football. Football.
Well, this is where I made the emotional pick, as you like to say.
Ooh.
Wait, you made an emotional pick?
Either way, emotional pick.
TCU
4-0.
Do you
Kansas 5-0.
Do you care to share those emotions on the pick?
No.
Well, it's like Darnell said, how Darnell picked the Rams over the 49ers, even though they knew they were going to lose.
I don't think that same logic works for this one.
I'd like to remain, but I think TCU can find a way. Hopefully they do.
ESPN says 68% Horned Frogs.
Well, I did not need that to make my pick.
It's a 7-point spread. Both teams going to be scoring a lot of points in this game, and a 70% for TCU.
Well, you got TCU who averages 48.5 a game. Kansas averaging 41.6 a game. Yeah. For those of you who would like points, there you go. That's your college game day site. Next game.
And if you like the massacre of birds, I think this would probably be the game for you.
That game was last week. Where did that game come from?
I don't know. I don't even know what's supposed to be there because I just went through the list. I told you, sloppy. There you go. How about that one?
We have a rivalry in the SEC, Bearman. Those disappointing Auburn Tigers, they got to go over the hedge in Athens, Georgia to take on second-ranked Georgia. Who might be pissed off the fact that they not number one no more.
Yeah, so that's why they're going to beat the hell out of Auburn.
Oh, my gosh. Prez, did I see that number correctly?
What, that it says 96% winning percentage for Georgia?
Not that, but the other one. Oh, my gosh.
Which number would that be? The
spread?
30-point spread?
Jesus!
Well, just to let everybody know, there was a 50-point spread last week on the docket, and they didn't cover.
Hold on, what's that spread again?
That spread was the Syracuse game last week, and it was 50-point spread. But this week, it is Georgia favored to go and win by 30+.
This is a rivalry game, and the spread is 30?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, Lord. I would never thought I would see a rivalry game to be so lopsided. That doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. You know what? All right, no, move on. Game of the week. Ooh. Game of the week. 11, Utah at 18. UCLA at the Rose Bowl. Bearman, your Pac-12 champions are in the game of the week.
Mm-hmm. You know why I'm picking Utah for this one?
My question is, how you pick them to win it, but you have them losing to the team who won it last year?
Because I want UCLA to really prove just how good they are. So to pump them up, I'm gonna go against them. So to prove me right, I gotta light a fire in their stomach.
You gotta light a fire in their stomach. Okay. All right.
I picked Utah against Florida, and look how that turned out. But then again, is UCLA Florida?
Hell no.
There you go.
What's my numbers? Well, not my number, but what's the people's numbers, should I say?
I got to look for that because they're not all in order, and I don't remember what time this game is. Oh, 3:30. Utah, 62%. Line 4, under over 65.5.
Okay. Be careful how you bet this game. I'm not a bettor, but I'm telling you, be careful how you bet this game. Because this game right here, this is a good one.
Well,
that's why it's game of the week.
If you really want the money line, and the money line is probably pretty significant, and it's plus 155. So if you bet 10, add the extra 55, I think you make somewhere close to around I think it was $55 on a $10 bet.
Okay. That's the game of the week. But we're not done with campus tour. Those Trojans of USC. Home.
And
The
not
Coliseum.
the condoms.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Taking on the Cougars of Washington State. Are we giving the Cougars a chance in this one?
No.
Nope.
No. Okay. We can move on. Ooh. BYU 16 in the country taking on a Notre Dame team, Bearman, who's coming off a bye week.
Notre Dame.
Look at that. Notre Dame unranked.
They only 2-2 on the season. BYU 4-1. And ESPN says 69.9% Fighting Irish.
With a very low spread, by the way.
How low are we talking?
4 points.
Home team.
Yeah.
It's the hype of BYU starting to come down, Bear Man?
Probably, yeah. As they head to the Big 12.
7:30 NBC Peacock is your channel for this game right here. What's next on the docket? Ooh, Ames, Iowa. As the Cyclones set its face off against the 20th ranked Kansas State Wildcats.
This will be a nail biter.
Wow.
Only a 2-point spread.
For who?
It's a Iowa State +2.
Iowa State +2.
Kansas State is actually favored going into the game.
ESPN has it 55.3 Cyclones.
Actually, they have it Kansas State 54% on BetStamp.
Is this a trap game, Bear Man?
Nope. So I think Kansas State finds a way to get it done.
He says it's not a trap game. It's not a trap game. Not a trap game. All right, let's move on. Where are we going from? From Ames, Iowa down to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You know why? Because the game that should have been the game of the week, if you go back to what happened in the all season, and Bear Man can relive that for y'all. It's Texas A&M versus number 1 Alabama. 8 o'clock, CBS.
Yeah, this is not going to be faint of heart for a lot of people. Don't waste your money. That's all I have to say.
Bearman, can you kindly remind the people what happened over the summer between the two coaches?
Yeah, there was that feud.
You know,
the feud, though, there were certain accusations, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go deep into them because, but there were accusations among each other. I mean, in other words, it was something personal, mind you.
And then what did everybody started to do? You know what everybody started to do? They circled this date, October 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Why? It's because October 8th is the game that people gonna want to watch. But what did Texas A&M do in the process?
Oh, they put themselves in the shit. Well, Jimbo Fisher at least.
Yeah. You know how disappointed. Mr. Perez. Imagine a rivalry beginning on the offseason, okay? Because one coach calls out the other coach for recruiting players with benefits, all right?
Define benefits.
The green.
Not the weed.
No, the green.
Okay.
The green.
The Cavs.
So, you go to the counter, you say, okay, October 8th is coming. Woo! All right, we ready. When October 8th get here, Tuscaloosa's going to be on fire. And then you end up hearing Appalachian State don't happen. And then Mississippi State don't happen. And you know what happens to this game, Press?
What?
Nobody cares anymore. You have a 3-2 Texas A&M team going against an undefeated number 1 Alabama. And Bearman would tell you this. After that game against Texas, Bearman tell him what everybody knew what was coming since that game against Texas.
Can we please not?
Uh-oh.
You just knew an avalanche, a roll tide was coming. Did you see what they did? Did you not remember what they did at Arkansas? Even without Bryce Young.
I saw it.
Just for the people's music, Prayers, what's the numbers for this? What's going to be a massacre in Tuscaloosa?
94% Bama. The money line is negative 2,500 to put money on Alabama. They have a 24-point spread and an under-over of 51 points. More likely than anything, if the line goes positive, I would go the under-over. Otherwise, I wouldn't touch any else of it.
I know what game you're missing, sir.
Which one would that be?
Texas Tech, they're on the road to 7th-ranked Oklahoma State.
Well, that's the next one up.
That is?
That's the next one up.
We ain't going to show that one because, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the ESPN numbers because Bearman will tell you we taking Oklahoma State, and it's not going to be even close.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be close whatsoever. It's going to be a beating. It's going to be a beating like you have never seen before. So let me. What is ESPN talking? ESPN says 77.1% Cowboys. The money line is 345 State with a 9.5 point spread. All right. Oh. Is that a Seminole on my screen?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you take this one.
Do I see a Seminole on my screen? Ladies and gentlemen, the 4-1 and unranked Florida State Seminoles that go on the road to take on 14th ranked NC State Wolfpack 8 p.m. on the ACC Network. And before I say what I want to say, Perez, go ahead and get them the numbers.
We got NC State 59%. A only 4-point spread on WinBet and a 3-point spread on Caesars.
So there's some goodness for Florida State. There's some hope, right?
No.
There's hope. There's life. Even Vegas says we're only giving you 3 points, NC State.
I say no.
That means we believe in Florida State.
I say no. No.
The press says no. Alex. Even Vegas is giving Florida State hope on the road.
NC State is the Wolfpack, right?
Yeah.
Well, Wolfpack will be in the hizzy on Saturday. Trust me on that.
Ooh.
And the red and black, not the black and white. Sorry.
Do I need to reiterate what I said last week?
Might as well.
The fall of Florida State has begun, and it will continue. Because you're not going to run in North Carolina against a pissed off NC State Wolfpack team and coming out of that building alive. NC State is going to destroy y'all, and y'all going to lose y'all second straight game. I told y'all, Florida State fans, I waited. I bided my time just for the right moment. And I seen that 3 gauntlet that y'all had, and I said, it's over. It started last week to Demi Dinkins. Now it's the Wolfpack turn. Matter of fact, we can go ahead and go to the bear down pick 6.
Oh, we have what? No.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, my ducks, my twat touch of it. My bad. I jumped the gun. At Arizona. And surprisingly, Arizona that got. I don't think we had Arizona doing so good. Correct, there, man.
Nope.
We didn't have Arizona doing. No, 3-2 on the season. They got some key wins under their belt. They smack San Diego State that I had upsetting them. They did smack them in the mouth. But Oregon is my Pac-12 champion, so that is what 8 p.m. out on the West Coast. That'd be 5 p.m. on the West Coast. 78.2% Ducks.
Actually, that'd be 6 p.m. on the West Coast. 3-hour time difference.
Yeah, this game is at 8, not 9.
No, it says 9 here on the bet stand.
Oh, they changed it to 9. It was 8. I guess they pushed it back down. Pac-12. Oregon getting 13.
No, Oregon's giving 13.
They're giving 13.
And it is one of the highest under-overs for the weekend.
And I just look at the number 71.
It has here under-over 71 points for the game. Arizona getting 13. Money line plus 400 on the Wildcats.
Oh, Lord. Ducks! Quack, quack.
Yeah, I gotta go Oregon on this one.
Ducks.
And it's not the Mighty Ducks either.
No,
They don't need to be.
No.
The Ducks won the Pac-12. Just know that. All right, is that the last game?
Yes, that's the
Yes,
last
already
game.
did. All right, where's my bear down pick six graphic?
The Bear Down Pick 6.
Alex is up first.
Alex, you up first, sir.
yeah. Look at that.
You can tell the people what you got.
I'm just like, if I'm not perfect this week, then I'm a terrible picker. Or either that or it's just bad luck this year for me. Because the NFL picks haven't been good too.
You got Tennessee over LSU, TCU over Kansas, Utah over UCLA.
Right, yeah. And then, of course, I picked UCLA to win the Pac-12. But again, I explained myself why I'm going with Utah.
The Utes.
But, yeah, Oklahoma State over Texas Tech. Come on. Ohio State over Michigan State and Alabama over Texas A&M. Yeah.
You really want that perfect record, don't you?
Well, as far as Alabama goes, I'm sure everybody's curious to see how that turns out.
My question to everybody else is, does Georgia get their number 1 spot back after this weekend?
I don't think they win about 30. I don't think they win about 30.
Maybe it's like Sunday. It's any given Saturday.
I don't think they win about 30. Damn. This is a rivalry game. You talking about 30? That's what no. Auburn's taking that personally now. That's disrespectful.
Let's see your picks, Playmaker.
Oh, Michigan over Indiana, Tennessee over LSU. Like I said, it wasn't a primetime game. Prez, this is one thing I'm gonna teach you. Okay, you see that 25 LSU right there?
Mm-hmm.
If they are at home in a primetime game, raise your eyebrow. Okay, because that's a game you don't know which way it's gonna go. That game with Tennessee is noon. It's not prime time. So I'm taking the Volunteers.
Wait, so does it matter if Kirk Cousins is in the building or not?
No.
Okay.
If it's LSU in Death Valley in prime time, tread light.
It froze.
Yeah, you froze.
You froze. Okay. Not technical on me. I don't want to hear nothing about it. And the weird picture is like his face is just stuck behind the microphone.
Well, it always is.
Yeah,
so.
he kind of phased out. So if he can hear us, that would be awesome. But once again, yours truly has to step up to the plate. And he's gone. All right. Well, and he's gone. So yours truly, once again, stepping in for the Playmaker, as I had to do for the Bear Man last week.
Wait. So yeah, most of his picks are similar to mine, except for 2 of them. But
I'm the only thing I'm saying is, and I'll say it on the betting line part of it, is tread lightly. Okay? Tread lightly. Yes, there are a lot of big numbers out there this week. Not going to lie about that, but any game that you see in double digits, especially if it's like, I don't know, 30 plus points, which there's not very many of those on this list. I see 24. I see 27.5. Tread lightly on the on those, please, because it's just going to be that'll be your death nail if you end up on that spot. We'll get Darnell back in here because he froze.
I know I froze. Y'all want to get ready for this? Because, I got TCU over Kansas like Bearman and Utah over UCLA. But I didn't have UCLA win the Pac-12. And Oklahoma State, because they're my Big 12 champions over Tennessee. But what's that last game right there, Press? What's that last game at the bottom?
That would be North Carolina State over FSU.
I told y'all, I'm coming for you, Florida State. I'm coming for y'all. I let y'all talk for 4 weeks. Now it's my turn. Y'all finna take this second L. And you're going to have to take it like a man or a woman.
Wrong sport. All right.
No, it's not.
Well,
no, it's not.
Oh.
That's what they do.
Well, they're the ripoff of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, how about them? Speaking of them Braves, how about them Braves?
We'll get to those in a second.
The Bear Down Pick 6.
Over the Master of Mayhem's New York Mets.
Proud. But yeah, y'all not getting out of this. And don't worry, Florida State fans, I ain't doing with y'all because when y'all take this second L, y'all getting a third L next week that I'm going to enjoy picking as well. Am I being too evil right now?
No, not evil enough.
Not even evil enough.
Not evil enough.
Not evil at all.
No.
Not at all.
Not even at all.
That means Florida State fan next week, y'all ain't in for it.
I think the evil kitty is more evil than you.
Hey, watch your mouth.
He hears you, you know. Did he freeze? Oh, he's gone again.
Well, there. I think the evil kitty caused that.
All right. Well, see, because he's got a mind of his own. You know, telepathy. All right.
Well,
so,
he's got and of course supernatural powers.
All right. So in the processes of this all, I think we're gonna just kind of end this out because Darnell keeps disappearing.
All right.
You got any final comments for everybody?
No. Good.
All right.
So, Ricky, you disrespect the state of Texas, that's gonna bite you in the ass, buddy.
Listen, everything bites me in the ass, even midgets with a cigar. All right, on behalf of the Playmaker and the Bear Man, I am your master of ceremonies, the executive producer of the show, the master of mayhem. Tomorrow on Mixlr, Motley Metal, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Mixlr on Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pipe Bomb Radio NYC Flashback Fridays. This show will be back again next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. ArchRivals back on Tuesday and Saturday. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. You've just experienced Bearing Down the Gridiron, featuring your hosts, Alex the Bearman, Kazzaz, and Darnell the Playmaker Sallins. Executive production is done by Ricky, the master of mayhem, Litwinkowich. Click that like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when a new Bearing Down the Gridiron episode is live on the air. Check out our sponsor links down below for everyday deals on Fanatics, NFLshop.com, and Points.com. Need merch? Check out www.patreon.com/ArchRivals paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merchandise at amazing prices. Tune in again next time for Bearing Down the Gridiron.